Hello and welcome to The Fine Print. Welcome to our new followers on the back of our interview with Wunderhorse Mania. If you are new, if you're not already subscribed or following, please do. Really helps us out and helps us get great guests on the show like we have today in Clive from Clive Wunderhorse, or just Clive Wunderhorse.
However you want to go, Clive Wunderhorse works. Clive, I don't mind.
Clive from Clive Wunderhorse. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, not bad. And yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. I said this to Sam. It's always awkward to start the interview where you're asking the same questions when you've already been on the call for a while. But for anyone who missed the live stream you did with One Horse Mania on Sunday evening, just who actually are you? You know, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm just, I don't really know. I'm just Clive. I post comments for, I don't know, just approving Wunderhorse videos. There's not much to it. I don't really understand why people like it so much, but I mean, they do. So,
Oh, and what's it like in your personal life? Like, what do you do?
I'm at uni at the moment in Nottingham, doing environmental science. Finished for the summer at the moment, so just working at home. But yeah,
Excellent, excellent. How are you finding that?
I'm actually really enjoying it. Yeah. Uh, I don't really know. Guess I'll see you in second year. I don't know.
Yeah, you're from Nottingham.
No, I'm from Somerset.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I would not have put that together with the accent.
Where would you have guessed?
To be fair, I have a friend from Nottingham, and you do sound similar to him. So, but I know when you are somewhere, you sort of pick up the twang, don't you? It's like
Yeah.
when I was in Manchester, you start talking like a Mancunian, and then it's just like you need to lose that accent because it's awful. When did you start the Clive Wunderhorse page, and what were you sort of hoping to get out of it?
Uh, I think I started probably October sort of time last year, maybe early November. Um, and to be honest, I wasn't really hoping to get anything out of it. I was just thought it was quite funny. Because I'd seen I always mention John Radiohead. He's the inspiration. Um, but I just found his comments funny, so I just started doing it on the Wunderhorse once, and yeah, that's how it went. There wasn't ever really a plan to make anything of it.
Yeah. You've become a bit of a cult figure, though. I don't even understand why. Has it gone to your head at all?
Yeah. I'm just a horrible person now. It's all gone to my head. Uh, no, I don't get it either. It's just happened really pretty quickly, to be honest. Um,
Yeah.
wish I could put a finger on how it actually happened, but I can't.
What sort of is the criteria for a video being Clive Wunderhorse approved?
There's a load of random things, whether like it's a cover, if someone's put a lot of effort into it. Like I get people complaining that I've approved some pretty rubbish covers, but I mean they're putting efforts into it. They're enjoying the band. That's the main thing. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be approving that." Let's see your cover. I haven't seen you make one. So yeah, that's it with covers. If I find it funny, like there's some good meme pages for Wunderhorse, I guess, that are quite good. Um, yeah, it's just someone that's put a bit of effort into a video, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes if the videos are lacking on a certain day, I'll just approve everything. Doesn't mean too much, but
Why Wunderhorse?
it's just I love Wunderhorse. Basically, it was my favorite band from. I mean, I discovered them early 2023. I've just loved them ever since. I was like my two favorite artists, Wunderhorse and Elliott Smith. Clive Wunderhorse rolls better off the tongue than Clive Elliott Smith, I think. So that was
It does.
that's the thing with that one. But yeah, I just really enjoyed Wunderhorse. No one was doing it for uh, our fan base at that point. So yeah,
Excellent, because to be fair, I've seen a lot of other people doing it since. I'd never seen the approved thing before. Clive Wunderhorse, so I thought you were a little bit of a trailblazer in the TikTok comments scene, which is just
yeah,
such a
not
bizarre
quite.
thing to be saying. But man, I've got um I've got the track list up for Midas. I was hoping we could go through a ranking of
Ranking. Oh,
Midas.
Okay.
So we'll start off with title track Midas. And there's 10 tracks that I've got. So we'll just go 1 through 10. Where would you rank Midas in that album?
This is going to be controversial, but pretty low.
Wow.
I over-listened when it first came out because it was the first new music we'd seen in a while. Trying to think I'm going to put it 9, which I'm going to get. People aren't going to like that, but it's going to have to go 9.
How about Rain? Rain.
Rain. That's also relatively low for me, I think. I'd say 7. I'm not gonna. I try and speed up on these ones because otherwise I'm gonna be thinking for ages. I'm trying to think where I'm putting everything, but yeah.
So
7.
I'll keep track. Don't you worry about that.
Emily, big fan of. I'm gonna put it in 4 now. I might have to change that later.
Okay. Silver.
Oh, actually, I'm putting that 4 and Emily at 5.
Okay. We've already had a change. We're
Yeah,
only 4
sorry.
tracks in. Arizona.
That's gonna be 3.
Number 3. Superman.
Gonna put that at 2. That was actually my least favorite when it first came out, but I've grown on that so much. I love that one now.
That often happens though, doesn't it? Like when you
Yeah.
first listen to an album all the way through for the first time, it all sort of merges into one on that first listen. But
Yeah.
completely understand that. July.
I think I've got 6 left, haven't I? Yeah,
You
I'll put that
do.
6.
Number 6. So what you've got left is 10, 8, and number 1.
10,
So
8, and number 1.
out of Cathedrals, Girl, and Aeroplane, we're going to get the best track out of Midas. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we are. Wait, Can I
Okay.
change July to 8 though? July's gonna go 8.
We'll change the July to 8. It's been relegated 2 spots. That's harsh.
Yeah,
That's harsh.
I'm not really good at ranking. I'm so bad at keeping track of where I've put everything, but I'm gonna put it 8.
Okay, so Cathedrals.
That's gonna be 10 for me.
10. Yeah, I don't really see many people talking about that track at all. It just seems to be one of those sort of album filler tracks,
Yeah,
I feel.
I think it's a good song, but it doesn't. It's not anything completely new out for the band. Like there's a few songs on the album that are similar but better, I think.
Yeah. Girl.
Girl's gonna go 6.
Number 6. So that leaves Aeroplane.
Yeah,
Number 1.
Aeroplane's one of my favourite Wunderhorse songs, I think, in general.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
great
think
song.
said it on the interview with Sam. It was just brilliant. From start to I know it comes in over 8 minutes long, but I don't find myself switching it off. A lot of the
No,
longer songs sometimes you get a bit bored of, but with that one it's just excellent. The instrumental towards the back end, I know it got a lot of heat at the time,
yeah,
but I found that strange. I loved it like from the instant it was released.
yeah. I thought it was really fresh as well because the fact it's acoustic and they haven't done anything like that as well. And then people complain that I don't know why people are complaining, but I think it's a great song. So that's definitely number 1 for me. I'm definitely going to regret some of those rankings because lost track, but we'll go with what I've got.
Well, I'll read it back to you. So we've got. I'll try and go in order. So 10th place Cathedrals, 9th place Midas, 8th July, 7th Rain, 6 Girl, 5 Emily, 4 Silver, 3 Arizona, 2 Superman, and 1 Aeroplane. That's not bad. That's not bad, to be fair.
I think I'd switch Emily and Girl, but other than that, I think that's all right.
I think that's all right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that actually. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking in my head. I thought I'd completely mixed them up, but that's okay.
Excellent. I asked this question to Sam, and I'm going to ask yourself as well because it was not to toot my own horn, it was a great question. What is the perfect song to close a Wunderhorse gig?
I liked Sam's shout of epilogue.
Yeah,
No, not epilogue. Superman. But
Superman.
I would personally say epilogue. For me, just because they don't play it. It's up there in my top three Wunderhorse songs. I don't. Just, I'd love to see it live. That's one of the songs I just haven't seen live, and I'd love to.
How many times have you seen him live?
Uh, 7, and the 8th is actually today. So looking
Oh,
forward to that.
where's that at?
Frome. I don't know how to say it. Just near Glastonbury, I think.
When they released Midas, obviously there was quite a switch up in sound from Cub. I mean, first of all, what did you think of the shift in the music, and how do you think that's going to transfer to the next album, which is possibly coming later this year or early next year?
Yeah, so I actually really like the shift. Uh, I mean, I love Cub. I love both albums, and I really like the new sound they've got. And I think if Jacob prefers it, then I'm sure he'll be able to like make a lot more music like that. But then that does also come into the thing at the moment, saying that Wunderhorse are just making the same thing over and over, with the rope coming out sounding very similar
Yeah,
to Midas. Not that I don't like it; I really like the rope. Um, but yeah, I think this album probably will be sonically quite similar to Midas, from what I can tell. Um, and I don't know. I I think I'd prefer it if they changed it up a bit more, but I guess we'll see. Um, yeah, I guess it comes with them releasing music quite quickly at the moment and having to rush things, not being able to make those like intricate riffs that they did in the first album.
yeah. Do you think there's a possibility of them becoming oversaturated, releasing too much music? Do you think maybe should take like a mini hiatus, possibly year out, just let this album breathe a little longer?
I almost wish they did. I don't know when the new album's coming, but I think often if you get too much and if they're going down, especially with the rope sounding similar, if they're going down that same route again, it does feel like they're just releasing the same thing again. Not the same thing, but something very similar. So I'd almost rather that it wasn't as quick. But then again, I'm not going to complain when new music comes out. So
The prime example, I've said this one before, but Catfish and the Bottommen, and musically again they're worlds apart. But in terms of Catfish becoming oversaturated in that 4 year, 5 year period, whatever it was, from releasing The Balcony to their third album, which was absolutely shocking, that was just due to them pumping out the same thing over and over. And I can see similarities. I can see similarities with Wunderhorse, especially with one of the members, was it the bassist, leaving the
yeah,
band, which is exactly what happened with them. Um, I just hope it doesn't happen. Just hope it doesn't happen.
yeah, I guess we'll see. I think people will complain either way. They did with Catfish. Like I think it was Showtime that they released, and it's slightly different sonically than the rest of the stuff. And people are
Yeah.
complaining when they were literally complaining before about how similar everything was. So I think you always lose on that regard. You can never make everyone happy.
Yeah, people just love to moan. Same with Airplane. Did something
Yeah,
different, people didn't like it. But
yeah,
I
I
do think
agree.
that's quite highly regarded now in the Wunderhorse fan base.
Yeah, as it should be.
What sort of other bands are you into then, other than Wunderhorse?
Um, so I'm
Other
really
than
into my
and Elliott Smith as well.
Elliott Smith. Yeah. Radiohead. Listen to a bit of Alice in Chains. Uh, Interpol. I quite like at the moment. There's a Australian band called Armlock I like. Um, Fontaines. Obviously, everyone who likes Wonderhorse pretty much likes
Yeah.
Fontaines as well. I find that's a bit of a strange stereotype, but it just happens. Everyone seems to cross over on those.
It's interesting you said the Fontaines thing because I've actually noticed recently a little bit the opposite. So we sort of did on the other page that I run, we did indie hot takes, and one of them was essentially just about how Fontaines are level above Wunderhorse and Wunderhorse is shit, and like it was just like Fontaines are just so much better. So you can't like Wunderhorse and Fontaines because Fontaines are the better band. Bit of sort of a superiority complex there from Fontaines fans, which I thought was a bit weird. But I'm starting to see a bit of a divide between those fan bases.
I think I keep seeing it. It goes the other way as well. I keep seeing Wunderhorse people like, oh, Fontaines, they're rubbish, all of this. But no, and then there's also people going like, oh, it's the new Blur and Oasis. Well, it's not, is it? But
I've seen that one. Yeah,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I'm not a big fan of that one. But yeah, there's some people who love both bands, and then there's a lot of keyboard warriors in the comments going, "Oh, Wonderhorse is shit, Fontaines are great," and then vice versa. I think it's quite
Yeah,
funny, but
it was actually my little sister who told me about that because she's 18 this year, and she was saying, "Dan, have you heard this band Wunderhorse?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "And you like Fontaines now?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "It's the new Oasis," and blah. I was like, "It's definitely not." I mean, first of all, Oasis and Blair completely different kettle of fish, and you had sort of the working class versus the middle class, the upper class in Blair. I'd say Wunderhorse and Fontaine sort of try and project themselves from the same cloth in that regard, sort of for the people, by the people.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
I think it's a
interesting.
completely different thing.
Yeah, you'll never get that again in the modern era, anywhere. And I'm sure they're probably friends. Oh, they don't really care for each other. I don't know. Not bothered what people think of it.
Yeah,
It's a very strange one. It's a very strange one. What's your favourite Fontaine song?
um, I think it's probably no. In A Hero's Death, I love that one. Um, yeah, that's definitely it. But they've got loads of good songs, to be honest. Like they are probably the most consistently good band at the moment for me.
Yeah.
Um, I love all four of their albums. I actually couldn't put my favorite. I couldn't put my least favorite down. I just think they're all great.
Mhm.
That's what I'm hoping Wonderhorse go and do, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I know you mentioned Radiohead as well, and there are some comparisons between Radiohead and Wunderhorse, especially the fact that arguably their biggest song in Creep, Radiohead and Teal, Wunderhorse, that the sort of that really massive ballad where so much emotion and raw lyricism's put out there, and the frontmen end up not liking the tracks, which is just bizarre.
Yeah,
Obviously, what I can't remember what he's called from Radiohead, the front man,
Tom
but
York.
Tom, yeah, that's the one. Absolutely despises Creep now, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he hates all of Pablo Honey, which is the same with Jake with Cub actually, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, exactly. Which I don't understand how you can dislike your own art, which put you in the position where you are. I
Yeah,
just, I just find that one a little bit strange. What's your favourite song off of Cub?
it's between. I can't say, but it's between probably Morphine and Epilogue.
Mm,
Um, I also really like Butterflies,
yeah.
but those are my favourite three in general. But I can always think about I need to pick one that's actually my favourite for when people ask,
Yeah.
but I just never can because I love
It always
both.
always changes. It always changes. Like for me, my favorite band's Arctic Monkeys, and that'll change on a day to day basis because got so many hits, so many great songs.
Yeah.
So I did want to do a blind ranking also. So
Okay.
you won't know what's coming next. Again, everyone does these, but
Yeah.
I'm in a habit of stealing ideas at the moment. So let's just go over it.
Is this one to
Wonder
10 as well?
1 to 10, Wunderhorse blind ranking with Clive Wunderhorse. So we're going to start off with a brand new song, The Rope.
Uh, 7.
7. Leader of the Pack.
Gonna go 5. That's
5.
difficult. I think I should go higher, but
You don't know what's next though.
no, that's the
That's the
thing.
beauty,
I'm
yeah.
leaving some spaces for some good ones there.
Superman.
Gonna go 3.
Freight, wow. Aeroplane. I know you're a fan of that one already.
No, you done me dirty there. I want to go 2 because now.
You're stuck now with number 1. Teal.
Okay, I've got a reason for this. I'm going to put it 10. The amount of clips I've seen of Teal does my head in. I love the song, but I've over listened to it. Like, I think one in every 2 or 3 videos that I get tagged in is Teal. And I'm just sick of hearing the chorus at this point.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good song, but I'm going to have to go 10 because it's annoying me at the moment.
Midas.
9.
Not a fan of Midas. Is it same reason of Teal? The
But that
overplayed?
was because I over listened so much when it
Yeah.
first came out. Like it was just on repeat for ages. And I think that ruined it a little. I still
Yeah.
really like it, but I think that there's better songs.
Yeah. Have you got the same sort of absolutely toxic habit as me where you just find a song you love, blast it for a week on repeat, and then just absolutely hate
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah, all the time.
So, Teal 10th, Midas 9th, The Rope 7th, Leader of the Pack 5th, Superman 3rd, and Aeroplane 2nd. So, what we've got left is 1st, 4th, 6th, and 8th. So, there's some good spacing there, to be fair. And the next one I've got is Girl Behind the Glass.
Girl Behind the Glass. That's going to be my number 8. I think that's probably one of my most unpopular opinions with Wunderhorse. Girl Behind the Glass is one of my least favourite songs by them, which I'm not sure goes down too well usually, but
We'll see in the comments.
yeah. See if anyone approves. Probably not.
One for the pigeons next.
I've got 6, don't I? Yeah, I'll go 6.
Number 6. What we have left is number 4 and top spot. Emily.
4.
Wow, left number 1 till the end.
I think I've screwed it up.
I could just throw anything out here now. Cathedrals.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. The one that I actually have in top spot is July.
July. All right. It could be worse. Glad it wasn't cathedrals though. But oh, I should have put aeroplane at the top.
Let us know what you think of Clive's ranking in the comments.
I don't approve of it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, Clive, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, getting to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
What next for you? Yeah, you're just gonna
What next?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep commenting. Maybe there'll be some more stuff. I think me and Sam might go live another time. Maybe some posts along the line. We'll see. Although some people don't like the fact I posted before, so we'll see. Actually, I don't really care what they think, but there's probably more stuff to come. I guess you find out. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Excellent. What sort of posts would you think of doing?
I haven't actually figured that out yet. Maybe some shit covers to piss people off.
I was going to say, are you a musician yourself at all? Or?
I play some guitar, but pretty badly. So I get some of my friends involved, and maybe we'll cover a couple songs. Annoy the people who don't like the bad covers. Maybe that. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I'll see what. I'm sure I'll think of something.
The thing is, though, because you're a bit of a cult figure in the Wunderhorse fan base, I don't actually think you could do anything that would annoy people massively. To be honest,
I don't know. Some people don't like me commenting. Yeah, I've seen a few posts where people don't like me very much. There was one actually. Someone posted something saying like, "Oh, who even is Clive? Like, it's just a guy. Get a grip," or something like that. And she just got abused in the comment section. It was quite funny.
I got to respect that. To be fair, just calling you out for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
She's actually, I ended up talking to her slightly. She was actually really nice. She didn't actually hate me, but she just got abused in the comments, which I found funny.
Excellent, excellent. So this has been The Fine Print. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been Clive Wunderhorse. Clive, is this podcast Clive Wunderhorse approved?
This podcast is very Clive Wunderhorse approved. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming on. Like I said before, subscribe, follow, like. We'll see you next time. We've got some great guests coming up. I won't share too much, but it's going to be magic. See you next time.